So this is the brand new Lenz O-gauge Deutz lock tractor. It's a KG230B series, and they're doing them in a multitude of industrial liveries. Really handy for small layouts, and Lenz have really surprised me because I wasn't expecting a metal body. So these bonnets are cast metal. Cab's plastic, and I suppose that is to aid construction and visibility and things, but it is a really heavy beast. The footplate is also die-cast metal, so it's constructed in with all the sort of Lenz features. So you've got the T-bar couplings, got sprung buffers. It's set up like any other Lenz loco with the headlights on 0 and then the lights at the rear end on 1. Cab light is 6. Main sound is on 3. Directional coupling is on 2. So if I switch the direction, function 2 now will do the front coupling. Really deep horn, I quite like that. There are, I think, 28 functions. So there are a couple of new features. We now have control panel lights, and I quite like the fact that you've got the red light. So it's first time I've seen it in a model. Normally they just do the white control panel lights. We've also got the workshop lamp here. They have a power pack. We'll keep it smooth over dirty track. It's quite a big power pack because obviously you've only got 4-wheel pickup on such a loco. Right, so let's have a look at some of the functions. There's quite a lot of radio calls, which is understandable. We've got some nice operating sounds. And they seem to have some depth. They're really good speakers they're using. Handbrake there. Various pumps and compressors. There are a few channels there so you can have simultaneous sounds running.
Wir haben frei, kannst kommen.
Curve screws on there. There's a couple of functions that had me a bit confused, but I think I've worked them out now. For some reason, Lenz in their initial manuals they only talk about the first 10 functions. There are more than that on the loco, so I've tried to go through and work out what they are. So 26 turns off the inertias. So at the moment we'll see it accelerates up. slowly to top speed. If I turn off, so function 26 on, it turns off the inertias. And you find that the loco has what they call direct drive. I'm not quite sure why you'd want to do this, because it ruins the sound. But it's an option. The other one that really had me flummoxed is 27, and it is an emergency brake, I believe. So let's get it rolling. Activate 27. You see it stops. I've still got the throttle on. So it's one to be aware of. If it's accidentally activated, the loco will not move at all. And when we release function 27, she'll start up again. Pop the sound off. So you've got a lot more photo etch on this model as well, the footsteps there and the plate across the front. I'm not sure if that's a photo etch grill in the front. It's quite fine. And we'll just run it without the sound. So I believe they're using their magnetic sensor for motor speed, because you don't get the back EMF whine on them. They are very quiet. So sort of looking back at the Cove now, which is one of their first locos. Oops. You can see a massive improvement, or an evolution shall I say, in their design and what the features they're putting on the locos now. Like I say, the most impressive thing is the weight. It is a solid chunk of a loco. It comes bolted to a stand to protect it in transit. I have done a full function list. The locos are delivered on DCC address 230, which I suppose is logical. And I've tried to work out that there's one down here at 17. I really don't know quite what that is. I don't know the loco well enough. Some sort of pump. Anyway, it's there. So, and also something else, there are two antennae. So I think that's a standard radio antennae that goes in the slot up there. Some of the locos I think have a remote control feature, and that might go to explain why there's no figure in the cab. So they could be operated by a guy with a radio control. I can't do this one-handed. Yeah, there's a slot. There we are. So you'll find those in a separate parts bag to protect them.